My name is Jose Arreta, and I have trouble describing myself. I grew up in a poor household tended to by an immigrant single mother who never complained about what life handed her. We were a small family, just my mom, my sister, and me. We would stay out of each other's way for the most part. We didn't have birthday parties, no religious occasions, no holidays, nothing that would elevate expectations, really. I never had hopes dashed, never became disappointed when something didn't happen. Every day was the same as others you've lived or will live. They didn't have to be made special, they just are. Así son las cosas, my mom would say with a shrug. For example, she taught us to go out of her way to help others. People walking on the side of the road, strangers asking for food or a little bit of money, they never went ignored. It was never an act of religious grace, never anything more than así son las cosas. People need help. I turned to books at a young age. I would read everything I could get my hands on, from comic books to Stephen King. A few years later, I read Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. In it is one of his most famous quotes, "So it goes." Here I'd found someone who understood what my mother had instilled into me. Bad things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen too. That's how life is. So it goes. Porque así son las cosas. While all this sounds dreary, I find it liberating. When I came across something beautiful and wondrous, I appreciate it. It meant that there was more beauty to experience in the future, and personal tragedies weren't something to work yourself up over. There would be more in the future, so learn to take the punches. Again, this sounds depressing, but there was more to this. It was a way to accept what was naturally unfair, but I was also taught to stand up for what was made unfair. Así son las cosas, pero las personas no deben hacer así. It's bad enough when dumb luck makes living bad for somebody, but if someone else is actively harming that other person, then you should do something. So, I got into trouble, into scrapes, for standing up to bullies or for calling out BS when I saw it. It also wasn't helpful that I inherited the sarcasm my mom and dad were both known for. I didn't grow up in a traditional Mexican household. There was no religion, there were flour tortillas. It wasn't a large family, but there were strangers we helped. We weren't American either. Yeah, we watched TV, but that wasn't very important to us. We couldn't afford much, so we didn't experience much of normal America. Our little family wasn't Mexican, it wasn't American, and we learned to be critical of both. It was through that criticism that I've come to identify with the margin. I stay on the outside rather than take part because it lets me see things clearly. It's being at that margin that I've seen people being ignored, being pushed to the edges. If I'm to identify with anything, it's them, those who suffer because of others. Because así son las cosas, pero las personas no deben hacer así.